Let's discuss NCERT 8th Standard Geography 3rd Lesson Mineral and Power Resources. We can see textbook exercises. Answer the following questions. Name any three common minerals used by you every day. We are using lot of minerals every day. For example, aluminium, gold, iron, etc. Next question, what is an ore? Where are the ores of metallic minerals generally located? What is an ore? Rocks from which minerals are mined are known as ores. What is an ore? Rocks from which minerals are mined are known as ores. Where are the ores of metallic minerals generally located? They are generally located in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Next question, name two regions rich in natural gas resources. Russia, Norway, UK and the Netherlands are the major producers of natural gas. Russia, Norway, UK and Netherlands are the major producers of natural gas. Which sources of energy would you suggest for? Rural areas, coastal areas, arid region. So which source of energy we can suggest for rural areas? Rural areas, we can suggest biogas. Coastal areas, wind energy and tidal energy. In rural areas, we can suggest biogas. Coastal areas, wind energy and tidal energy. Arid regions, solar energy and wind energy. Next question, give 5 ways which you can save energy at home. So how can we save energy at home? Switch off electric bulbs, fans when not in use. Use of sunlight by keeping the windows open during the daytime. Preparing food in pressure cooker. Keeping the food out of refrigerator 1 hour before eating it on the gas. Keep the vegetables chopped and washed before lighting the gas stove. So now we can see give reason. Environmental aspects must be carefully looked into before building huge dams. So which are the why we should see the environmental aspects before constructing huge dams. We can see what is the reason. Construction of a huge dam creates large-scale destruction of natural vegetation and wildlife in those areas which get submerged. Deforestation, soil erosion and sedimentation etc. are the major problems which rise due to the construction of huge dams. So which all the environmental problems faced due to the construction of huge dams? Deforestation, soil erosion, sedimentation etc. are the major problems which arise due to construction of huge dams. Next we can see most industries are concentrated around coal mines. Why industries are concentrated around coal mines? Coal is an important source of energy and involve high cost of transportation. Hence most of the industries are located around coal mine. So transportation of coal involve high cost and it's an important source for industries, and also hence most of the industries are located around coal mines. Petroleum is referred to as black gold. Why petroleum? We studied petroleum is called black gold. Why petroleum is called black gold? Petroleum is referred to as black gold because it's black in color in the crude form and its derivatives are extremely valuable as petroleum itself. It's a very valuable fossil fuel. So petroleum is referred to as black gold because it's black in color in the crude form and its derivatives are extremely valuable as petroleum. So it's called black gold. It's a very valuable fossil fuel. Quarrying can become a major environmental concern. Air pollution is caused due to generation of dust in mining areas. Dust particles from quarry can cause respiratory problems after quarrying. Respiratory problems. After quarrying, pits are not covered, so they may cause environmental hazards. Now we can distinguish between conventional and non-conventional sources of energy. What is the difference between conventional and non-conventional sources of energy? So conventional sources of energy are those which have been in common use for a long time. These energy resources cannot be renewed or recycled and get exhausted once they are used. What is conventional energy resources? These resources have been in common use for a long time. Then these resources, conventional resources, cannot be renewed or recycled and get exhausted once they used. For example, coal, petroleum, etc. Then what is non-conventional sources of energy? So non-conventional sources of energy can be renewed or used again and again. Conventional sources of energy cannot be renewed or recycled and get exhausted when they are used. But non-conventional sources of energy can be renewed or used again and again. Example, solar energy, wind energy, etc. Now we can see biogas and natural gas. Biogas is produced from dead plants and animal materials, animal dung and kitchen waste. It's produced by scientific method. What is the difference between biogas and natural gas? How biogas can be produced? It's produced from dead plants and animal material, animal dung and kitchen waste. It's produced by scientific method. Natural gas is found with petroleum deposits and is released when crude oil is brought to the surface. It's formed through natural process. Ferrous and non-ferrous minerals. What is the difference between ferrous and non-ferrous minerals? We know that ferrous means iron. So, what is ferrous minerals? Ferrous minerals contain iron. Example, iron ore, manganese, chromites, etc. Non-ferrous minerals does not contain iron but may contain some other metals such as gold, silver, etc. Ferrous minerals contain iron. Non-ferrous mineral does not contain iron. Now metallic and non-metallic mineral. What is the difference between metallic and non-metallic mineral? We know metals. The metallic mineral contain metal in raw form. The non-metallic minerals do not contain metals. Example, limestone, mica, coal, petroleum, etc. Metallic minerals contain metal in raw form. Examples, iron ore, manganese, etc. The non-metallic mineral do not contain metals. Non-metallic minerals do not contain metals. Example, limestone, mica, coal, petroleum, etc. Write these notes in your notebook and learn well.